Hey, this is Wednesday, August 16th. We are going to be doing back to school night for those parents who missed it. I'm going to be recording it here and then sending it out to you guys. Those of you who are here, you're probably not watching it on video. So let's go ahead and start with one. There's a good chance your kids have come home and told you stories about my class. That's going to happen a lot this year. And pretty much everything they come home and tell you is going to be true. It's really hard for them to make up things about my class because it's just sort of the way it works. If you ever have questions about the stories they bring home, please feel free to ask me. There are reasons behind everything I do. I don't always explain it to them. A lot of times it just becomes the joyous mystery of who I am, but you are bigger and more adulty than them. So if you have questions, let me know and I can explain my pedagogical thinking behind all of it and go from there. Oh, I do have a handout if you want it. It's the little white sheet that's over there. If you're at home watching this, that does you no good. But you can go to my website and then scroll down to the bottom. There's a button. You click there. It brings up the same thing. We have not told the kids about this yet. I'm telling you guys first. It is not because it's a secret. It's just because it is farther than 3 days away, which is sort of beyond their bubble of concept of thinking. But you guys have these magical things called calendars that you actually use, so I figured I'd give you guys a heads up. And our pizza party is, we've realized that 7th grade is sort of our last year that we get to have them as little kids, where they're still not quite realizing they're as big as they are, and we get to hold on to them for a little bit longer. That's where this pizza party comes in, because we're sort of out of getting a chance to do field trips and those fun things, but here you get a chance to have all of the 3 teachers. So it'll be me with English, Mrs. Melling in Science, and Mrs. Randall with Social Studies. All 3 of us come together and we'll be here at this pizza party. The kids from the Heroes team will be there. The parents from the Heroes team will be on there. So you get a chance to meet the other parents, meet the other kids. You get a chance to talk to the teachers if you have questions. Your kids have been in my class for all of like 6-7 days so far. So you don't have a whole lot of questions, just gape mouth open staring. But when time we get to here, it'll be several weeks in, you might have more questions and we can have discussions, and that's absolutely fine with me. It's going to be on a Friday where we have the mud sock game, which is for the Fishers versus HSE. Really, every Friday is going to be either Fishers or HSE, so it's going to inconvenience someone. So we went for the mud sock game, so it just inconveniences everybody and just makes it so much easier. We tried to make it early. You can show up, have pizza, then take off from there. Just come and meet us, however you want to do it. We tried to set up the pricing, so it's just $5 for just the kid, $8 for the entire family. The idea being is that we want the whole family to come, because then we get a chance to meet you and see everybody and stuff like that. When your kid tells you about it, they're going to say, it's $5 and it's just them. And they're like, I will send out emails and information sort of letting you guys know again, no, we haven't changed anything. We still want everybody to come. And that's sort of the general idea behind it. And so we'll send out when we get closer to it that week before. We'll have you start bringing in money if you're interested in the reservations and all that kind of stuff. But just wanted to let you guys know so you can put it on your calendar. All right, stuff about my class. One, if you have not been receiving my weekly emails that I send out, I've already sent out like 2 or 3 of them, please let me know and I can add you to it. If you're already on there, then you've already started getting some of this information from me. I send out a weekly email, usually beginning of the weekend whenever I get a chance to sit down and do it, telling you what's coming up for the week. I've been teaching for, this is my 20th year. I have an oldest child of my own, which is 8th grade here at Fishers Junior High, and I've realized that communication is key. The more information I give you, the less stress and headaches occur. So at the beginning of the week, I'm going to send you as much information as I can. So I'm going to tell you what's coming up for the weekly calendar, any big events that are going to happen, things you need to know. So I'll send that out to you to try and make things easier. Many of you are just going to delete it, which is absolutely fine, but at least it's there for you to see and then delete. It also is, if you ever want to contact me, that's the easiest way to do it, is reply back to it. And I do check email on a regular basis, even throughout the evening and the night. If you have questions, send it to me. I'm more than happy to reply and help you out from there. My website. It's MrBroviac.com. Hopefully as easy as possible to remember. I was really excited when it was still available. There's another guy with my exact same name who keeps taking all the social media before I do, which is why I had to come up with something creative and different. I came to my website. It was available. I did a little dance. We are moving to Canvas. I'm still using my website for the most part because it allows me to do more. And so Canvas is a little restrictive. But all my homework assignments, anything you need, weekly calendar, it'll all be on there. And kids are familiar with navigating websites, so it makes it pretty easy. I do use Canvas for that calendar as far as homework goes because that's a lifesaver. If you've not been using the Canvas calendar thing, I highly recommend it. Because my own daughter, when she came through and I'd ask her, do you have homework? And she'd say no. I can go on that calendar and the teachers here update it, and you can just look to see what's there. So I will still update that calendar because it'll make your life a lot easier when you're checking up on it. But everything else, as far as the actual assignments, go to my website to find them. If you've not signed up for my Remind app, I highly recommend you do that also. It's just an app called Remind. It basically is sort of like a quick little email that allows me to send out messages. And so I've been sending them out already for the parents who've signed up. I had all the kids sign up on Monday. So like tonight, I sent one out that said there's homework due tomorrow, which was the class name's homework assignment. I'll do one tomorrow night saying we're doing NWEA on Friday. Make sure you go put your iPad in your backpack, go get a good night's sleep. So I just sent out a little remind message to it. I made all the kids sign up for it. Parents, you're welcome to sign up for it because instead of that weekly email where you can forget about it as the week goes along, I just zip them out each evening to sort of let you know what's coming up. It makes it sort of easy to check in to see what's going on. If you had signed up prior to Monday, I apologize to you because I had all the kids signing in on Monday, so each class period we did a test. And I got a little creative with those tests, and I freaked out some parents. I started sending out stuff about squirrels and monkeys and things like that. And parents were like, what is going on in your room? I was trying to make bored 13-year-olds smile, so I was trying to come up with things. So it got a little entertaining. My YouTube page. One, I'm recording right now, but this is what I do during class. I will record one class period each day. And then by advanced and regular, once we get doing separate different things past this initial project, I'll record one advanced class, one regular class each day. And that way, it's because, as a teacher, it was a little frustrating when a kid would be absent and then come back to school and they're like, did we do anything yesterday? And I'm like, I do a lot every day. So I record class. And if you miss something, you can just go watch the video. And hopefully that makes life a lot easier. So anytime a kid is absent, I just tell them, did you watch the video? Because it's all on there. You can fast forward through the parts that they understand things, and you can rewind things. I've had families, if a kid doesn't understand something, like if I'm introducing irony or some kind of language and they get confused, go back and watch the video. If your kid is asking you for help, you can low-key go back and watch the video, and then you can go and help them out. And so it's just there to sort of help you out, help them out, make life a little bit easier. But I'll be trying to post one every day. Unless it's a boring thing, like NWEA test on Friday, it would just be a video of kids snoring. So I don't put stuff like that on there, but any actual learning of me doing stuff, it'll be on there for you guys to see. iPads. HSC 21 is wonderful, and I dove into it head first when we first got the iPads. And I got rid of like all paper in my room. We did everything on iPads. And then I realized kids don't like doing everything on iPads. Kids like paper. And I was excited about that. Because every time we did something on the iPad, like, can I just have a paper copy? I'm like, but kids love technology. Like, eh. So I'm now pulling back from it a little bit. We're doing a bit more papery things and saving iPad technology for where it's appropriate. There are certain activities we do that work really well with it, but I'm not using it for everything. Seems to make the kids a lot happier, seems to make them a lot more engaged. They just like the tactile feel of being able to doodle on the paper while I'm talking, as opposed to being able to play Fortnite while I'm talking. So that helps us engage a bit more on that one. So we'll use iPad technology, just I'm still changing how it goes. From there, I could talk forever. I really like it. Other than that, if you have questions, just email me or let me know. I'm happy to answer them for you. Gives you some idea of what's going on. When we get to the pizza party, come talk to me, ask questions there, let me know. Happy to answer questions and talk to you guys. Good luck. You're almost halfway through.